Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, police vow to maintain the peace after gunmen strike in Havana. Residents of the section of Garnet Gardens known as Havana are on edge following the shooting of two men, one fatally by criminals in the community on Saturday night. The man killed in the St. Andrews Southern community has been identified as 30-year-old Sanjay Allen, while the identity of the injured man is being withheld. The two were among a group of people playing dominoes on a street corner in the community shortly after 8 p.m. when they were pounced upon by gunmen who opened fire at them. On Sunday, police and military teams were seen patrolling the community as they sought to assure the residents that they have the situation under control. Deputy Superintendent Brian Henry, head of the Kingston Western Police Division, has indicated that his team managed to gather information from various sources in relation to the incident and expressed the confidence that the perpetrators will be arrested. Henry noted that Havana and other sections of the division have been experiencing relative peace since the start of 2025, and they said the police are working assiduously to ensure the residents are able to exist in a peaceful society. When the news team visited the community on Sunday, residents said the area where the shooting took place would usually be buzzing with life as people would congregate to watch sports on a large screen television or play the dominoes and other games. But this time it was watchful residents who peeped from nearby premises as they avoided the crime scene. The two of them were playing dominoes, and basically men ran up from down the road and come up here and fired shot. The men came from down the road in mass. Now we have one dead and the next one was shot in the leg, one male resident said. Right now, as I say, today is Sunday morning and it is supposed to be busy, but nothing is going on. The place is stagnant and everybody just go and look. It is puzzling because no war is going on. The other men who were out here were lucky because they ran when the gunfire started. A day like today, the place would be lively. There's a little plaza right down there, and I know a match English Premier League would be playing on the television. That's where we would be watching football, the resident shared. Allen's sister, Talisa Morgan, told the news that she and other members of the family are trying to stay strong and to take things easy in the aftermath of his death. The place is kind of dead and tense. My brother wasn't a talkative person. He was jovial and caring. If he was alive now, we would be watching football on his phone. He loved to watch football, and he used to love playing football as well. He had known children. He used to work at a clothes store in downtown Kingston, but he stopped working there. He wasn't working up to the time of his death. We don't understand where this could be coming from because there's no war in the place, Morgan said. Allen's mother, Lorna Stairs, said she is saddened by the death of her only son. I have 3 girls and he was my only son. I feel bad for him. I was at work. When I came home this morning, my brother-in-law told me that my son dead. I started to cry. They couldn't tell me from last night because I was at work and I didn't have any phone, said the grieving mother. An aunt of the young man who was injured told the news that he was shot in one of his legs and is in hospital recovering well. We really feel bad to know that we are not involved in anything and we don't have anybody who is involved in anything. Yet this has happened. One person lost his life. He was close to us. He's a good friend. I don't really know what caused that last night. I don't know if it will cause war to break out, said the aunts. Section of Ocho Rios Market destroyed by fire. A section of the Ocho Rios Market was destroyed by fire on Sunday. Councillor of the Exchange Division, Ian Isaac, said that some 10 vendors were affected. The damage includes the shops and the stalls, but we don't know directly yet who, but we will be in touch with them on Monday. It's devastating. A lot of ground provisions has been damaged, but we are grateful nonetheless that other shops and the stalls were not affected, said Isaac. The news understands that the fire started sometime after 4 p.m. According to Mayor of St. Anne's Bay, Michael Bell Navis, the fire was triggered by electrical issues. We are devastated that so many people lost their personal belongings, especially on a Sunday afternoon. It is heartrending, he said. This is the worst I've seen ever. It means that we have to do some investigation then clean and give some assistance to the vendors who lost everything, Belnavis added. Minister of Local Government Desmond McKenzie and other officials are expected to do a walkthrough of the area on Monday. NWC to probe claims residents are breathing in water tank in Shekels. The National Water Commission says it is taking seriously allegations that people are bathing in a tank used to store water in Shekels, Clarendon. The issue was raised by Councillor for the Tollgate Division, Godfrey Knight, of the People's National Party at last Thursday's monthly meeting of the Clarendon Municipal Corporation. There is a situation in Shekels where persons are bathing in the storage tank. It used to happen in Ebony Park, and we had to cut off the ladder to go to the entrance of the tank. The situation in Shekels is that persons feed the cows and the goats there, and they choose to go into the tank and bathe. I want the representative to make a note of it and police it as well, so as to stop those persons, especially those who are feeding cows and goats, said Knight. The NWC tank in Shekels stores the water that has been treated before distribution to residents. With people bathing in the water, this presents a major public health risk, and the NWC's zone team leader in Clarendon, Devon Johnson, told the corporation that the allegation is being taken seriously and will be dealt with urgency. The allegation that persons are bathing in the tank at the Shekels is a serious one, and we are taking it very, very serious. Our facilities are very secure, but over time, some of them have lost their security because of vandalism, said Johnson. According to Johnson, a similar facility in Tollgate was enclosed, but the fencing was destroyed by vandals. We fenced that place so nicely, and the people walk in and remove the wires under the post. These are the very people who we are securing the water to be safe for. The civic pride has gone, because you remove all those fences, knock down the post, and then crying to us that the place is not secure. The NWC don't have the resources to keep refencing these facilities, added Johnson. He told the corporation he will be leading a team to Shekels as part of an investigation. It is very concerning to us to hear that people are bathing in the tank. We have to move immediately, and whatever needs to be done to secure it, we have to do so, Johnson said. Deadly strangers, Portland cops target outsiders behind the murder uptick. An increase in fatal shootings has prompted the Portland police to increase their presence on the streets, with acting superintendent in charge of the police division, Veronica Campbell, attributing the violence to persons who are not from the Eastern Parish. Campbell made the remarks during Thursday's monthly meeting of the Portland Municipal Corporation, emphasizing that 3 gun murders in the parish capital of Port Antonio were committed by who she called itinerant criminals, meaning persons who travel from elsewhere to the parish. She told the parochial councillors that the division remains committed, and you will see a lot more policing activities, especially on the streets. At the same time, the senior law enforcer pleaded with the municipal representatives to speak with the residents they represent. She made the point that an individual will not journey from St. James or Kingston to murder a stranger in Portland, and called on residents to find better ways to resolve their disputes. I am asking you, the councillors, to talk to your constituents, to be more aware of your surroundings, and when you see unfamiliar persons, please say something to the police, Campbell urged. Portland has seen a significant increase in murders this year, with 5 reported so far up to Thursday, compared to 2 over the same period last year, representing a 150% increase in murders there. Campbell noted that 3 of the murders have been cleared up, with arrests made, and the investigations are ongoing into the other 2 cases. The police recently arrested and charged the 2 St. Catherine men, who can be considered outsiders, in connection with the shooting death of 31-year-old vendor Rand Smith of Akitree Lane, Lighthouse Road in Port Antonio on March 4. The suspects, 27-year-old Andre Smith and the 19-year-old Michael Morris, both from addresses in Portmore, St. Catherine, were apprehended after ballistic evidence linked them to the crime. A release from the Constabulary Communications Network on Thursday said about 7:40 a.m. On the aforementioned date, Smith was at his stall when a black Subaru motor car was driven up and stopped beside him. Morris, who was reportedly armed with a handgun, allegedly alighted from the vehicle and fired several shots in Smith's direction, hitting him all over his body. Morris then boarded the vehicle and fled the scene. The police were informed of the incident and quickly intercepted the vehicle along the Buff Bay Main Road as the men tried to escape the parish. The men were taken into custody after a spent casing was reportedly found in the car when a search was conducted. Morris and Smith were jointly charged with murder, possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and using a firearm to commit a felony on Wednesday, March 12, this after they were interviewed in the presence of their attorney. Another murder that was committed in Portland this year was caused by a so-called outsider, and a Haitian national was arrested and charged with fatally stabbing another Haitian man during a dispute in Windsor Forest last month. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.